Yes, now we are recorded. Hello, everyone. Dobry вечер in Ukrainian, and in Ukraine it's now an evening. And now we are starting our Ukrainian language course. And this is the very first lesson. We will have 10 of them, hopefully. And yeah, here we go. Today, what I'm going to talk about today is first I will introduce myself briefly and some information about this course. Then I will generally introduce you to Ukrainian language and some basic facts about the language. And then we will talk about the alphabet, which is Cyrillic, which might be very different for some of you, but some of you might be already familiar with it. So we will see. And we will learn how to say hi in Ukrainian, how to say good afternoon, good evening, and how to ask how are you. And then we will hopefully have some interactive session with breakout rooms, which will not be recorded. So you will have an option to actually practice the language with yourself. And then we will have plenty of time to answer your questions or for some suggestions and stuff like that. Yeah. This course, as I said, will have 10 lessons of the language. The first one is free, and then we will have donations like entry, and more information about how it works will be at the end. We aimed for maximum interactivity. It's not like classic language course. I want you to have fun here and not to be bored, you know. And we will start from very basics, like the most basic things about about the language, about the alphabet, and etc. So although I guess some people might be familiar with some concepts, but we need to start from the basics so that everyone can catch up. Yeah, well, I actually have written this twice, but yeah, maximum interactivity. And also I will tell you some insights about Ukraine, since I am from Ukraine, and maybe some cultural related stuff and things like this. Yeah, first, I think it would be useful for you and interesting to when I tell you who I am and stuff. My name is Volodymyr. I'm from Ukraine, born and raised in Western Ukraine. I live now in Austria. I moved here for studying. I'm a master student in media informatics. So I like media programming. I love traveling. I love languages, music, sports, history, and science. Also, keep in mind, I'm not a professional language teacher, and I'm not also a native English speaker. So some things might be not very clear to you. Just feel free to ask. You can raise your hand here, or you can write your questions in the chat. There are actually 15 questions which I haven't checked, but I hope there is nothing very. Yeah, it doesn't look like I missed something. So yeah, keep in mind these facts, and yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. And yeah, next I wanted to ask you, why do you learn Ukrainian? Why would you want to learn it? Maybe you want to share some opinions in the chat at this point. What motivation you have, and then I will say why it's cool to learn from my perspective. I'm learning Ukrainian to support Ukraine. This is nice. This is a good way. My family is Ukrainian, but I never learned growing up, so now we have a chance. Ukrainian culture is cool, and thank you for that. This is important. Okay, let's go. Here's some suggestions from my side. And Ukrainian is one of the most spoken languages in Europe and second Slavic language. It has 40 million speakers, around this number. And Ukraine is hopefully your 2023 travel destination. Ukrainian language is very melodic. It's melodic because it has many vowel letters like A, O, U, and it's considered actually one of the most like melodic languages. I think together is Italian, French, and some more. And Ukraine is language of cool people, and learning languages is cool. I myself learned like I can speak 5 languages, and I think it's really nice to learn new language and be able to speak it, especially if you have an option to practice. Yes. Oh, what is this? Yeah, I want to check comments a little bit. Yeah, I see many people with Ukrainian ancestry. Many people want to learn the language. Some people are ready to go for Crimean beach party. Conversation with all sides, evil pacifist triggered me to learn the language. This is cool. Very nice. Let's go. The very basic thing, and the thing which actually like helpful to know for any language, is to know the alphabet. And Ukrainian alphabet might be different and maybe hard for many people with different backgrounds. So that's how it looks. It has 33 letters, and this apostrophe, which is not a letter, but still. I have sent you the PDFs, and then like as a homework, you can actually try to practice this. And you have a very funny video, maybe not very funny, I don't know. I can open it. I think you have to see my screen now too.
A, B, V, G, D, E, A, B, V, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, R, S, T, U, F, H, З, Ч, Ш, Щ, який знак, Ю, Я.
Okay, I'll open it twice. Yeah, this is basically very basic stuff. And yes, here what you can do here is what I send it to you. It's that you can play this video and you can follow along, so you can learn how to pronounce. I think we should have positive them. Yeah, this could be a great initiative and very funny, I guess. So yeah, feel free at home now. It's a bit lagging, I feel like, to play it online. So feel free then to play this along, to follow these letters. Here you also have like the pronunciation in English. So Ukrainian actually at this point is easy, because once you learn the letters, you actually will be able to read, because each letter means only one sound. It's not like French, where you will have multiple letters for one sound. It's once you learn the alphabet, you can read, and it will be incredibly helpful for you if you actually come to Ukraine one day. So you'll be at least able to read like subway stations and stuff like this. So I guess it is nice to learn. Yeah. Also keep in mind that Ukrainians write in a cursive script, therefore it might look slightly different. I actually I did some lesson with one friend, and I wrote a word like in a which we learned, and he said it's not the word we learned because it looked completely different. And for example, here's the word "батьківщина." Do you guys know what does it mean? Any ideas in the chat? "Батьківщина." This is what is written here. Yeah, it's motherland. It's basically if you translate it directly, it would be more like fatherland, because batko is father. So, but here is the same word, and here is the same word written. So you can see it looks slightly different. So when you learn the letters in the alphabet, it might be also useful to follow this table to have some feeling. Yes, to have some actually feeling like how would you write this, some words. And next, oh yeah, there are I found very nice table for like foreigners which speak English, which are trying to learn Ukrainian. There are 3 types of letters in Ukrainian language. First, they are true friends. Those are the letters that have exactly the same, not exactly, but the same sound in English. A, E, I, O, Z, K, M, T. I think it has to be quite clear. So they have the same sound. There are false friends, those that look the same but denote different sounds in English. V, E, N, R, S, H, miyakий znak. Miyakий znak is soft sign. It has no sound on its own. It just, you add it usually at the end, or actually always in the end of the word, and you make the word sound more soft. The previous letter is more soft. Yeah, for example, you definitely all know the word Kharkiv, the city, or Kherson, and it starts with this combination of K and H, but in Ukrainian it's actually one letter, Kha. Yes. Yeah, I see some people are changing Twitter accounts. I get some mixed up on all the N variants. Well, yes, this is not an N, but this is an N. E and N. And this is a stranger. Those letters do not exist in English alphabet at all. For example, B, H, G, Y, Ž, Y, J, L, F, C, Š, Š, U, Ya. Those might be more complicated for you, but again, see, once you learn it, you have it. Yeah, do we have some interesting questions or some comments in the chat? No, not much. E variants. Don't know what it means. I will have questions about the soft side. Yeah. Yeah, now some more interactiveness. What Ukrainian words do you know? Oh, actually, I can open the whiteboard and you can write them here, or you can just write them in the chat if you want. SLOVO Ukrainian, Героям слава. This is very nice. Known, дякую. Hello, thanks. This is not Ukrainian. Доброго ранку. Nice. Привіт. Бавовна. Суспільство. Wow. This is a good one. I know how to tell of the worship. but shouldn't put it there, right? This is not polite. I know a bad work. I hear a lot of videos. A bad word, probably. Kavun. Oh, this is nice. Karasho. Was it supposed to be хорошо, which is probably more Russian word? Привет. Yeah, nice. We have some nice. Добрий день. Добрий вечір. Дякую. Дід, баба, прошу. Yeah, nice. I see people already. Some of you know, but you will have to learn it again today. Is привет a modern word? My grandparents and family. Yeah, привет is something like hi. So you would say it to your friends, but you probably wouldn't say it like to a, I don't know, teacher or your like some people that you have more like of a formal relationship with. But yeah, glory to Jesus Christ. It's actually like how I would call my how I would greet my grandmother, but it's only used in actually in some regions in Western Ukraine. Sign, it takes me so long to try and type medkit jak spray. Kit jak sprawy, I guess. Okay. I am on lesson 3 in the I wonder if привет is a Russian loan word. I think no, actually. I think, but I'm not a. I don't know exactly, but it's Ukrainian words. I don't know if there is like more Ukrainian alternative to that. Question, going back to true friends, there is something that looks like this. Which say that's numeral. What is the letter and sound in Ukraine? Thanks. I didn't quite get it. Okay. Okay, I get it. This is the like how the Z in Ukrainian language. Wait, I'll switch to language. Yeah, this is the same as that, but in Ukrainian language, it looks like 3 actually, exactly like 3. I hope this is clear. How do you say good? You say dobre. We will have it actually in the next slide. So 3 is like that. Yeah, this is the. Duolingo is a good resource. You can go in on the alphabet and click on it. This is nice. Yeah, in the videos, you can actually go to settings and add a different language. It's quite easy to do. But on the phone, it's probably better because you cannot find, unless you actually put the stickers on your keyboard. Can you talk sometime about how to know it is Russian? Well, Ukrainian language, I think the easiest way to understand is the Ukrainian language has E, but this kind of E, and this is not in Russian. It doesn't exist. So this is probably, but there are some differences in letters actually. Okay, let's move on. How much time did it already? 20 minutes. Okay, this is greetings. Let's say formal greetings first. Доброго ранку. It's good morning. Here you also can see how you can read it in English letters. Добрий день. Good afternoon. Добрий вечір. Good evening. Now, what I want to say also, you can also say dobry ranok, which is basically the same, but this is nominative case, and this is dobroho ranko is instrumental case. It's more correct to say in instrumental case, which is dobroho ranko. Oops. But dobry ranok is also okay. Like people use it often. And same about dobry den. You can often hear dobroho dnia. And same about dobry večer. You can hear often dobroho večera. Yeah. I'm also here. You can see like the links, and here's the song. I prepared you the songs which have these words and even repeatedly, so you can hear them, you can practice. My family never said it in instrumental case. Might be more modern. I'm not sure, to be honest. Maybe, maybe no. But yeah, it really depends. It really depends. Dobry, yeah, dobry is nominative. It's like, yeah, it could be regional too. I don't even know like how I usually say. I think it can be both. Which dialect do you speak? I'm from, what do you call it, Halachina. So we speak probably this dialect, but I don't usually use a lot of dialects, I guess. Otherwise, people will not understand me from other places in Ukraine. But yeah, sometimes I know some words which are not, which people from other places will not understand. Yeah, from informal, the most important stuff which you need to know is привіт. There might be some regional stuff. The diaspora speaks what I'm told is an old-fashioned West dialect. Yeah, the cases really confuse me, but you just don't actually, maybe it was not necessary to mention them at all, but you just learn this in the, what it's called, cursive, in the fat written letters, and you don't need to actually learn the cases at this point, not at all. You don't need to keep it in mind. Yes, even if the cases of course, yeah, you don't need to pay attention. I just said it that you, like, if someone says it to you, also I don't think he is like stupid or something. It's also some people say it like this. Yeah, привет is the most common word, I think, used as an informal greeting. And there are also, I've also prepared for you some introductions. For example, if you want to say, my name is Ivan, if your name is Ivan, then you would say, Мене звати Ivan. But in Ukrainian language, people often like don't use such constructions. You can actually say, Ya Ivan, in some situations, and you will be perfectly understood. Like, and you can also say, for example, this is Oksana. When you want to introduce your one friend to your other friend, you just say this one word before the name, and it will be enough. You don't usually use like in English, is like the verb to be, not that much. Yeah, you can also say moje ім'я, but I think it's not really used. Moje ім'я Volodymyr. Yeah, it's not incorrect, but it's not like, I think it's not really used in reality. Yeah, and here are also questions. Як тебе звати? And як справи? Як тебе звати is what's your name? Yeah, that's actually a good idea to mark the accent, but I don't know if I can. I probably cannot do it now, but I will keep it in mind and I can prepare it for next lesson in whatever works we learn. Yes, and then the exprava is how are you? what your answer is. Дуже добре. Добре is the, like, some people said хорошо, like in the chat, so dobre is something that you would usually do. You can say дуже добре, which is very good, or you can say very good. Is there a general place words usually have emphasis accent? Oof. It's hard to answer for me, because for me, I don't know when where the rules for emphasis, and I think, and at least now I don't know. I would say, but maybe I can research it for next time, and I will check. I'll write it down. But I have seen in some lessons they were actually like emphasized, the accents, so it's probably you have to learn them together, and they are usually different. I know in Finnish language, for example, they are always on the first syllabus, which is very convenient, but here it's just you learn. Yeah, well, you can say it, I think, yeah. Yeah, and the other options for answer is бувало краще, which is like a negative, like there have been better ways. And yeah, what is else I have here? I also have goodbyes, which is до побачення. You stress the a, до побачення, побачимось, and бувай. See you and bye. Yes, papa and paka both are very often used for goodbye. I think papa may be more used, more used in Western Ukraine, but also paka is used, I think, everywhere. It's maybe not. It might not sound very literal, I think, but it's definitely like a lot of people say it. So it's also good to know it. Побачимось look Byzantine. Yeah. Nice. And what I had now in mind is, I don't know if you people want to like talk with each other, but my idea was, oh no, wait, we also have meme of the day. Oh wait, no, I actually missed something. Wait, what? No, wait, I actually missed something. I wanted to show, I have these links here inserted, and I wanted to show you. I'm not sure if it will play well. This is a Ukrainian carol, and it starts with Добрий вечір. So once you do hear the sound.
Добрий вечір тобі, пане господарю, радуйся, ой, радуйся, земле, син Божий народився. Застеляйте столи, та килимами, радуйся, ой, радуйся, земле, син Божий народився. Та й кладіть калачі з яроні пшениці, радуйся, ой, радуйся, земле, син Божий народився. Бо прийдуть до тебе три праздники в гості, радуйся, ой, радуйся, земле, син
Do we have lyrics? I think
Божий народився, а той перший праздник Рождество Христове, радуйся, ой, радуйся, земле, син.
I've heard the sound, not you, sorry. It's not a problem. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you can just find it in internet, the lyrics. But again, I just inserted it because it's Добрий вечір. So Добрий вечір тобі, пане господарю, which means like good evening, dear master, or something, like when you come to someone's house to sing this carol. That's how you start. So it's probably like when you listen each song that I offer you at least once, you will definitely learn a few words. The next one was Привіт. This is like a pop song from Lama. Try to listen it and think how many times you hear the word Привіт. I'll play it for 1 minute. Let's keep.
Привіт, привіт, ти довго чекав, як тільки міг. Привіт, привіт. Привіт, привіт. Я скучила за тобою, то не наш гріх. Ми збережемо нас з тобою. Мої білі крила кличуть кораблі, не на небесах, я і не на землі, де твої вітрила все розкажуть сни. Я тепер без тебе, як любов без весни.
Okay, I think it's enough. Nice song, nice car. How many times did you hear the word Привіт? Yes, I had 6 as well. So probably. Sorry. You at home, you can listen it again. I mean, you are at home, but later on you can listen it again and see how many times. Or maybe you can listen it and you can also recognize some other words. Should be nice. Yeah. Formal, informal greetings. Again, this is introductions. How you introduce yourself, your friends, how you ask, and how you answer. I also have one song here from, you probably know this band, it's very famous, Okan Edze. And the song is called Все буде добре. So
час, коли війна все це йшов, йшов собі високо вгори, взявши у похід свою надію сильну, як любов, що все буде добре, для кожного з нас, що все буде добре.
yeah, here the casing is the word dobre, which means good, which you also will definitely remember if you listen to this song once again. And все буде добре means like everything will be fine. I have seen like one video with the one that soldier and like the paramedic was talking to him, все буде добре. So everything will be all right. Yes, that's like the most important words. That's the words I prepared for today. I also have like this, we will have this meme of the day slide. And also here I prepared the word Доброго вечора, which is what? Which is good evening. And why it's a meme? Because you probably all are familiar with this one. because especially in the first few months, like when the war started, this song was playing virtually on every like second video. Especially this Доброго вечора, ми з України.
Доброго вечора, ми з України.
This one doesn't have too many words, but all it is you can actually understand. Yes, and now, yeah, this is the background to many videos. Yeah, that's why I added for you to have some practice. Yes, okay. Now, what I wanted to offer you to practice what we learned. So maybe it's, wait, I'll come back. Maybe it's useful if you now make a picture of this screen or screenshot, or you can actually open the PDFs which I sent at the beginning. I can maybe even send them again. Here are they again. Please open this slide and I will create breakout rooms. Let's see if it works. Lots of keywords out there for sure. I use this one. Yeah, and I will create breakout rooms. So you will be split it in your smaller rooms, like 2 or 3 people, and you will have to ask each other yourself like these basic questions. I think it will be really nice if you can practice something. So you can practice your Ukrainian language. It will not be recorded, so feel free like to say whatever you want. Okay, I hope you all had like some practice. And you can actually, you did practice a little bit the words that we talked about, and it's actually pretty much all for today. And let's talk about a bit about the organization. Next time we will talk about more like asking questions about how like to point to things and more stuff which I haven't figured out yet. And feel also free to send your suggestions, what you want to learn, what you like want to know, or any questions. You can send it to me, or the best is maybe on Twitter, just write to the SLOVO account because it doesn't get any more messages. So it would be easier to sort it out. And yeah, SLOVO is best to reach. Also organizational, we have agreed it's 5 for this one is free, but next time it's $5 donation per lesson, or you can donate 40 for the whole course. You can donate to Ukraine Aid Ops on Twitter, or you can donate to other verified organizations, and you have to send a confirmation to the SLOVO account, your screenshot, and you will get the link assigned to the actual lesson. And yeah, I think we will make a post with more details on a SLOVO page, where you actually can donate and stuff like that. But we don't really care, like as soon as you just accept somewhere which is verified, like for example United 24, it's totally okay from my side. And the session will be likely every Saturday, like today, 18 o'clock Central European time. If there will be some changes, they will be announced on Twitter. So again, follow SLOVO 23. I will retweet it myself, or Kobzar will help to retweet also. Yes, as I said, you send the confirmation of donation to SLOVO and you get the entry link to the next session. Setting connect. Yeah, just send the confirmation to a private message. It will be okay. And yeah, so just also make sure to follow the SLOVO so you will keep in touch. And I hope you actually learned something today. And I have sent it the link with the PDF. And I will also probably post the PDF, and also I will post a recording on the Twitter on the page so you can get it. And I think that's pretty much it. And do you have some Petanya questions or suggestions or whatever you feel like you want to say? Thank you for participation. I also enjoyed it, and I'm very glad that you had some fun today. And it was nice, and you learned actually a few words which might be helpful. Keep in mind, go if you participate would be nice. If you come back, Ukrainian geography, nice. This is also something that is interesting for me. Nice to meet other fellows and fellow allies. Yeah, this is cool. Just try to add Canada to the phone in list. Okay, I'll try to do that. Okay, I will stop the recording.